The same storm front also stretched down to the eastern U.S., where snowdrifts are so high some homeowners couldn't even open their doors this morning. Hundreds of thousands of people in 8 states are without power. And as Brian Moore reports, it's next to impossible to drive from A to B.
On New York's Long Island Expressway, firefighters spent the morning rescuing people stranded in their cars for hours and battling hypothermia. Stopped in their tracks before the worst of the storm rolled in, these cars were no match for more than half a meter of snow. This time-lapse video shows how the snowfall ramped up as the evening began and buried parts of 7 states.
Bring the plow through, get all these cars through.
A few kilometers away, crews couldn't start clearing the roads until they first cleared the cars. 150 of them abandoned at this intersection alone. And tow trucks were not an option.
We need to get the roads open for emergency services, and we've decided that we're going to use heavy equipment to move these cars.
While travel was discouraged in New York, it was banned in Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Massachusetts, which reopened its roads this afternoon.
This is not to mean that we're encouraging people to travel.
The storm crippled mass transit and closed down airports. Travelers around the globe will be feeling the effects for days. For many in New England, the absolute speed limit today was a brisk pace. Those lucky enough to have skis seemed to be getting along just fine, and those who had sleds, even better. But for most in this storm zone, this was a day to be out in the neighborhood, pitching in and digging out.
We have a lot of snow to dispose of and to remove, and it will take some time to do that. That is a necessary prerequisite to getting to power lines and getting power restored.
More than 650,000 people lost power. Some may not be back online for days. Several deaths were blamed on the storm, including a Boston boy who died of carbon monoxide poisoning in a snow-covered car. Massachusetts National Guard troops helped deliver a blizzard baby.
Quite an event. In the middle of a storm at 3 a.m. Boy, you can't get much better than that.
With nearly a meter of snow on the ground in some areas, this storm was a once-in-a-generation event. It rivals the infamous blizzard of 1978. And of course, not everyone is happy.
Hopefully it'll be 50 degrees on Monday. We'll be melting. There's no place to put the snow.
In the Northeast, a storm that's gone and a cleanup that's just beginning. Brian Moore, Global News, Washington.